How wealthy are Americans? Really, the numbers will shock you. Quick question, and I want you to actually think about this before I move on. Do you think you're above average, below average, or right in the middle when it comes to wealth in America? Take a second, think about your savings, your debt, your home equity, your retirement account. Whatever number you're picturing right now, hold on to it. Because by the end of this video, you're going to know exactly where you stand, with real Federal Reserve data broken down by age and compared to every other American household. And I'll warn you right now, most people are either way further behind than they thought or sitting on more than they realize. Almost nobody is actually in the middle. Let's ruin the numbers. He setup. Why the average is a lie. The number that means nothing. Dismantle the misleading stat before revealing the real one. Before we get to where you stand, we need to talk about the number you've probably seen in headlines. The average net worth of an American household is $1,059,470, according to the Federal Reserve's Survey of Consumer Finances. Sounds pretty good, right? Sounds like Americans are doing well. Here's the problem. That number is almost completely useless. The average is calculated by adding up all the wealth in America and dividing by the number of households, which means when Elon Musk, whose wealth grew by $305 billion in a single year, roughly $836 million per day, gets added to your neighborhood's average, your average goes through the roof. $192,000 median U.S. household net worth, the number that actually describes the middle. Half of American households have less than this. The median, the number right in the middle of all American households, where half are above and half are below, is $192,700. That's 5.5 times lower than the average, 5.5 times. So when you read that Americans are millionaires on average, that's not your America. That's a mathematical trick created by a few thousand families at the top pulling the number skyward. The median is your America, and the median has a story to tell. Real numbers, where you actually stand by age. Let's break this down by age, because this is where it gets real and where most people will find themselves. Let's pause on the 50s, because this is where the gap becomes alarming. The average net worth of Americans in their 50s is $1,364,050. That sounds like most people approaching retirement are doing great. The median, $180,227. Half of Americans in their 50s, a decade away from retirement, have less than $180,000 to their name. Total. That gap between $1.3 million and $180,000 is not a rounding error. That is the wealth of a few thousand households making everyone else look rich. And for people in their 20s and 30s, the median is even more stark. The median 30-something American has roughly $61,000 in net worth. That includes their home equity, savings, retirement accounts, everything minus all debt. For your 20s, the median is somewhere around $18,000. That's not a crisis. That's a starting line. But it is important to know where the starting line actually is.
At wealthy even means in 2026.
So at this point, you're probably wondering, okay, what does it actually take to be wealthy in America in 2026? Not comfortable, not fine, wealthy. According to Charles Schwab's 2025 Modern Wealth Survey, which asked thousands of Americans directly, the answer is a net worth of $2.3 million. That's what the average American says wealthy means. Here's what that means in plain terms. Being a millionaire, having $1 million in net worth, no longer puts you in the wealthy category by American standards. It doesn't even put you in the top 10% anymore. The top 10% threshold has climbed to $1.8 million, up from $1.3 million just 5 years ago. To feel comfortable, not wealthy, just comfortable, Americans say you need $839,000. The median American household has $192,700. That means the median American is less than a quarter of the way to feeling comfortable, not wealthy, comfortable. And to be in the top 1%, you need somewhere between $11 million and $13.6 million in net worth. That is approximately 70 times the median American household's wealth. Let that number sit for a second. The top versus the rest. Now let's zoom out to the full picture, because this is where the data gets genuinely shocking, even for people who follow this stuff. According to the Federal Reserve's distributional financial accounts, updated in January 2026, the top 1% of American households now hold 31.7% of all U.S. wealth. That's the highest share recorded since the Fed started tracking this data in 1989, higher than the 1990s tech boom, higher than the 2000s housing bubble peak. The top 1%, roughly 1.3 million households, hold more wealth than the entire bottom 50% combined by a factor of 13. And it's accelerating. U.S. billionaire wealth hit $8.1 trillion by end of 2025, a 21% increase in a single year. Meanwhile, workers' compensation, according to the Bureau of Labor Statistics, dropped to its lowest level in 75 years. That's not a political statement. Those are the two data points sitting next to each other in the same economic report. One group's wealth grew 21% in a year. The other group's compensation hit a 75-year low in the same year. Those two facts are living in the same economy, just in very different zip codes. The hidden dividers. One more layer, because net worth in America isn't just about what you earn. There are structural fault lines that determine where most people land before they even make their first financial decision. Home ownership. The median net worth of a homeowner in America is $400,000. The median net worth of a renter is $10,400. That is a 38-to-1 gap. Same country, same economy. One group owns the asset that appreciates. The other pays for it every month and owns nothing. Education. A household with a college degree has a median net worth of $464,400. A household without a high school diploma, $28,000. A 16-to-1 gap, not because of intelligence, but because of credential access, employer retirement plans, and lifetime income differences that compound over decades. Race. The median net worth of white American households is $284,310. Black American households, $44,100. Hispanic households, $62,120. A 6-to-1 gap at the median, the result of decades of policy around home ownership access, lending, and intergenerational wealth transfer that one good stock market year doesn't reverse. These aren't arguments. They're the Federal Reserve's own data, cross-referenced with Census Bureau findings. Understanding them doesn't require a political position. It just requires looking at where people actually end up and asking why. Your 3 moves. You now have the actual data, so let's talk about what you actually do with it, because information without action is just anxiety. 3 specific moves, concrete, no theory. Move 1, calculate your real net worth today. Add up everything you own, savings, retirement accounts, home value, car value, other assets. Then subtract everything you owe, mortgage, car loans, credit cards, student debt. The result is your actual number. Write it down. Most people have never actually done this, and they're navigating blind. Move 2. Benchmark against your age group. Then set a 5-year target. Use the age data from this video. If you're in your 30s and you're above $61,000 in net worth, you're ahead of the median. If you're below it, now you know, now you can aim. Not to match the average, which is distorted. To move up the percentile meter with real purpose. Move 3. Stop optimizing income and start building assets. The data makes one thing unmistakably clear. The people separating themselves are building assets. Homes, index funds, retirement accounts, businesses, not just earning more. A 38-to-1 gap between homeowners and renters isn't about income. It's about what you own at the end of the month versus what you spent. Here's what I want you to take away, and I'll keep it short because you already have the data. The average is a mirage. The median is the map. Most Americans aren't wealthy. Most Americans aren't broke either. Most Americans are somewhere in the middle of a country that has made it genuinely harder over the last 40 years for the median to close the gap with the top. That is not a reason to give up. It's a reason to get specific, to know your number, to aim at your percentile, to build assets instead of just earning income. Because the gap between the median American and the top 10% is not $10,000. It's $1.6 million. And the only way to start closing it is to stop guessing where you stand and start knowing. Now you know. The question is what you do next. 3 things before you go. Comment. Drop your age bracket and whether you're above or below the median for your age group. Don't share your exact number, just above, below, or right on it. I want to see where this audience actually lands. And I'll reply to every comment in the first hour. Subscribe. If you want the rest of this picture, how to actually climb the percentile ladder, what investments the top 10% use that the bottom 50% don't, and a full breakdown of how to go from median to top 20% over a decade, subscribe. Those videos are coming, built on the same kind of real data you just watched. Share. Send this to someone in your life who has never calculated their actual net worth. Not to stress them out, but because knowing is the only thing that makes the next decision smarter. They deserve the real numbers, not the average. And while you're here, this video answers the next logical question. If this is where Americans stand, what do the people actually moving up the ladder do differently with their money? Same data-first format. Specific. No fluff. It's right there. Right.